Coming up on the Paper Talk today, we'll have a little bit of an injury boost. It's about time we had a bit of positive news when it came to the injury front at Old Trafford, so we got a little bit of news there. Also, what is happening with transfers? We're hearing that United could be set to offload a load of players in the summer, hopefully in January I should say, a lot sooner than that, hopefully raising some funds and dealing with the dreaded financial fair play, because some of us stick to those rules. So we'll have a little bit of an update there, who could be going and who could be coming in. Erik ten Hag's given an interview to United We Stand where he's mentioned what could be happening on transfers. Also mentioned Jadon Sancho as well, so we'll be getting into that. Plus United are going to play Wigan, we've got a date for that as well. It's all happening, let's get into it. Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford as usual, and it's a bit dreary. It's a trifle dreary. It's not wet though, so you don't need to run up. Loads of stories to get through, so we'll crack on. First of all, a bit of an injury boost. It's not very often we hear that at Manchester United, but it seems Amad Diallo, who's got a great name for saying if you're a Mancunian, Amad Diallo, he's back in training with the first team, so he could be available very soon. We'll no doubt have an update on that. I think Erik ten Hag will be doing his press conference ahead of the Bournemouth game tomorrow, so we can get an update there. But according to the Manchester Evening News, Amad Diallo is training with the first team. He could be a good option for Manchester United on that right-hand side. I think he's played most of his football on the right-hand side. He can play as a sort of an attacking midfielder, as a false 9 or a number 10 or whatever, but when he was at Sunderland where he did bits, I think a lot of his goals and a lot of his best stuff came from the right-hand side. I think he is predominantly left-footed, can cut in there. Could be an alternate option to Anthony. Anthony's had a decent couple of games, but I think the jury's still out. Same with Facundo Palestre. We don't quite know whether he's got the levels we need. I hope he has. Amad Diallo could come in, can give you something different. I'll be interested to see him in the squad and hopefully getting some minutes, because I think it's at this situation now at Manchester United where you've got to give people that haven't had a chance, and we've seen that. We've seen players who look like they were forgotten men coming back into the team, coming back into the side and doing a very good job. You look at the likes of Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay, for example, who look like they were out the door not long ago. Amad Diallo is obviously different. He's only 23 years old, but if he's given an opportunity, he could take it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. Just on transfers, Erik ten Hag has been speaking to United We Stand. There's a great interview with Erik ten Hag in United We Stand. We'll put a link in the description there. Go and check out that fanzine. I used to work for United We Stand, Andy, mate, and I used to sell the fanzine about 30 years ago, over there somewhere. But yeah, he's done an interview with Erik ten Hag, and he spoke about transfers this January, and he just says how difficult it is to bring in players in the winter, and he doesn't think we'll spend a lot. So I wouldn't expect United to go big this winter. We'll have to wait and see. He also mentioned financial fair play, so that could scupper any big signings, but you never know. Also, on the transfers front, we did have this last night in our Paddock Live, but I'll mention it again, the idea or the fact that it's been reported, I think in the Daily Mirror and a couple of other papers, that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is ready to sanction a bit of a selling spree for Erik ten Hag. The likes of Casemiro, Jadon Sancho and Raphael Varane could be heading out of the door. That was the story that was doing the rounds I think it was in the Mirror, for around 170 million the club are looking to offload them for in January. But we have heard conflicting reports that Raphael Varane, for example, might not be going in January. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. Those are three players you feel, if they were to go, could fetch a bit of moolah that could help you with financial fair play and obviously give you some money to spend as well. Just on the Jadon Sancho front as well, Erik ten Hag was asked about that in the interview he gave for United We Stand, whether he did, any regrets. He said no regrets in the true Robbie Williams style, I think it was, and he said he wouldn't have acted differently. So he's happy with the way he's handled the Jadon Sancho situation. I am too, if I'm being honest. I don't blame the manager for this. I look at the player. It's been a few months now. Jadon Sancho's earned millions of pounds, not playing for Manchester United. He deleted the tweet that caused a lot of this drama. He's not apologised from what we hear. He's still training with the academy. He's not available for the first team, and I think it's his own fault. I think he's only got himself to blame. Get involved in the comments in the chat though. Do you agree? Let me know what you think. Couple of other bits too. On the FA Cup front, we're playing Wigan. The date has been announced for Monday the 8th of January. So if you want to watch that one, we'll be there anyway. We'll be doing the watch along. We'll be having, covering it on socials as well. But it's going to be televised on Monday the 8th of January. United playing Wigan Athletic in an away game. Can you believe it? There's actually an FA Cup away game for Manchester United. We always seem to play at Old Trafford, don't we, in the domestic cups? But we've got that away tie. 8th of January, we're going to be there. So, yeah. bit of positive news on the injury front. We'll have to wait and see what's happening on the transfer front. And Erik ten Hag is pretty happy with the way he's handled the Jadon Sancho situation. We're going to leave it there. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. We're going to be back later on today with The Brew, me, Stephen Alson. Also, as well, we've got the preview for the Bournemouth game that I mentioned earlier, so make sure you check that out. That'll be out later on today at about 1 o'clock. I've been Jay Motti. This has been the Paper Talk outside a mild Old Trafford. Thanks for watching.